resolution on violence against women, its causes and consequences. The Council for Human Rights reaffirms that the term violence against women means any act of gender-based violence that results in or is likely to result in severe physical, sexual, or psychological harm or suffering to women, including threats of such acts, whether occurring in public or in private life, and encompasses, but is not limited to domestic violence, crimes committed in the name of passion, trafficking in women and girls, female infanticide, dowry-related violence and deaths, acid attacks, and violence-related commercial sexual exploitation as well as economic exploitation. The United Nations Council for Human Rights welcomes the actions taken by states to alleviate the problem, the willingness to participate of most, positive steps made to change public opinion, and all meaningful actions taken by non-governmental organizations on this matter. Condemning all acts of violence against women, whether these acts are perpetrated by the state, by private person, or non-state entities, and calls for the elimination of all forms of gender-based violence in the family, within the general community, and whether perpetrated or condoned by the state, in accordance with the Declaration on the Elimination of Violence Against Women. It affirms that states have an obligation to exercise diligence to prevent, investigate, and punish.
Has a motion of personal privilege, please.
Could the delegate please number the point?
Okay, this is the fourth point. It affirms that the states have an obligation to exercise diligence to prevent, investigate, and punish the perpetrators of violence against women and girls, and to provide protections to the victims, and that failure to do so violates and impairs or nullifies the enjoyment of their human rights and fundamental freedoms. Emphasizes the need for proper legislature, deeming it vital for further reduction of gender-based violence. Urges states to improve their means of educating women, including the offering of support to girls that originate from deprived families, the provision of infrastructure that will facilitate access to school. The seventh point recommends the furthering of UN-sponsored actions in this regard by means of giving all support needed in order for UNIFEM to become a global organization with representatives in all UN states that will coordinate the help given to women worldwide. The eighth point expresses its hope that every state can create a program designed to support, by means of legal and medical aid, women that have experienced gender-related violence. The ninth point decides that a special fund be put in order as to facilitate awareness-raising campaigns. The 10th point emphasizes that everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right includes the freedom to change his religion or belief, and freedom, either alone or in community with others and in public or private, to manifest his religious beliefs in teaching, practice, worship, and observance.